Jump into the kitchen right now. Festive, yes, here we go.
You missed our own little cowboy
recipes.
dance coming out of that. So
yeah, we're shooting from the hip this morning. No,
We're
we're actually knowing what we are doing. But listen, the festive season is here, and it's all about sharing some of our favorite recipes that takes us back to our childhood, what our moms and grannies used to make. Graeme, you've got a very special stuffing recipe.
Yeah,
I mean, never made a stuffing before.
I can't believe this. For me, a roast chicken during Christmas needs that stuffing. Most importantly, it needs the smell of sage or thyme. But for me, sage is just the best herb accompaniment with a chicken. Drifting through the entire house to get the appetite starting to work. Not like I need any extra motivation. So this is an incredibly simple but a beautiful stuffing that I was joking earlier. I used to make my mom make extra, like bucket loads of it so that I could eat it on its own, not just fresh from the chicken as well. But I love it when it's extra crispy. So we're going to make a gang of this stuffing today so that we can have a little bit left over. But ideally, you want something that's going to fill your chicken. It's going to add a flavor component to it. Bearing in mind that it's not going to cook entirely on the inside of the chicken. So you want to pre-cook some of those ingredients, but you want it to complement the chicken and then absorb all of those beautiful flavors of the chicken. So it really is simple. So we're going to start. Obviously, we've got our Snacktime biscuits here, but for me, it was heartbreaking to use an entire pack of Snacktime biscuits. So I have supplemented with some breadcrumbs, but you can go either way, man.
And we love our Baker's Snacktime biscuits. I mean, there's just one of those things that just takes us back once again, talking about, you know, those special memories. It's great for toppings, good just to go like that as well. It's baked, not fried, which means it's trans fat free. So it's a great addition, especially over the festive season. So which ones are you using, brother?
I went with
the salty
cracks and then the multi-grain, which I love. I like those. Some of the ones I enjoy the most. Just put it in a bag, crush it up. You want it to be as fine as possible, but you don't have to be precious about it.
Yeah. Well, you're doing a pretty good job.
You can see by this stage of the year, it's quite cathartic to do this. Yeah. Just make sure that we've got the last of those.
And you say with this stuffing, I mean, you say your extended family up north, they chowed on bread.
Buddy, do you know why I love going to England, now going back every year to take little man to go and visit his Geordie family? Is because they do Christmas at like a level 15, okay? Everyone has about 5 Christmas trees. It's just on a different level, but you'll find they'll have like a pasty, but a Christmas pasty that's got like turkey and stuffing and Christmas pudding in it, and they just love it. So for me, I love the fact that they really do go traditional and they go all out. And stuffing is something there. You'll find about 30 different variants of stuffing. So I'm going to work with the dry ingredients first. The key ingredient here is sage, and you can put as much as you want in. It's so fragrant, and it is, for me, just like a rosemary goes with lamb, I would say sage and maybe thyme are the two that complement chicken the most. So you want to work it in there. Lots of salt for me. Obviously, we're using a nice, healthy Himalayan, a nice pink variety there. But for me, the saltiness of it is a big part of that. So bear in mind that you are putting salt into the recipe itself. So don't
oversalt your chicken.
Yeah, exactly, after the fact. And a bit of black pepper there just to balance it out. And then you can see we've caramelized some onions here.
You caramelized or sweeted some onions?
I've taken them a little bit further. I say I've taken them. Our beautiful cooking team has taken them a little bit further because they're not going to be able to cook too much inside. They're right in the center of the chicken.
And obviously you want to unlock the flavor of the onion as well by cooking
but take the moisture off because you don't want there to be too much moisture in there to break up your stuffing. You want it to kind of get a nice thick consistency, and then our wet ingredients to bind.
If you want to have or get your hands on the recipe, maybe you want to be making a roast chicken deluxe this festive season, SMS the keyword bakers to 33728. That's bakers to 33728. And we'll send you a ingredients list to your phone and also a link to the recipe that you can go follow.
And a little bit of chicken stock.
Okay.
It's just going to only enhance the flavor. It just helps to moisten and bind the ingredients. And obviously I put 2 eggs in there just to fully kind of bind, because you want it to kind of get like almost like it sounds ridiculous, a meatloafy kind of texture in there. There we go.
Okay, I see.
And of course, you don't want it to dry out the chicken too much. So you can even like throw in some slightly bigger chunks of onion or something like that if you want. You can smell that coming through.
Does that smell like home?
It really does, but you've got to wait until it hits the oven, dude. So you're going to help me stuff this guy, hey?
Okay, so here we have it. The keyword is bakers. SMS that to 33728. That's bakers to 33728. So
the key is you've got to get all of this in there, dude.
Yeah, so you got to go for it. So do you normally just go with your hand, or what do you do? I've never actually done this.
Generally, you start with a spoon, and then you realize that your hand is so much better. So just get in there with the hand.
I'm just going to get in there. So this just goes into the cavity.
And get as much in every nook and cranny in there as you can.
Okay, cool.
And bearing in mind, like, so much of the flavor from the chicken comes from the bones and that structure. That's why they say always cook chicken on the bone. So bearing in mind, the stuffing is going to be closest to the most flavorful parts of the chicken. It's going to absorb that, but obviously make sure that your chicken is properly cleaned. Trust? What do you need to, you know? You want to make sure that there's nothing left in there. Because the
Sorry, I don't know if I'm making a mess or I'm doing this right, but I think I'm doing this great.
You're doing like Instagram-worthy plating, yeah.
It's for decoration around, I'm just saying.
And then literally, once you've stuffed it, you've left a little bit of a skin flap there. Just maybe you want to secure that with a small kind of metal rod or something like that to make sure that the stuffing doesn't completely overflow, but you'll check as the skin withdraws, the stuffing will come out. It's going to be browned. It's going to be delicious. It's going to be amazing. And whatever's left over, just put in a little baking tray and cook it as well. And voila.
So do you want to...
Depending on the size of the chicken, you know, you're looking at about an hour, maybe a little bit longer.
Do you want to pack it solidly in there?
Yeah, man. Get as much in as you
because I can keep going, but I think that's good. I think we're good.
No, that looks amazing. It will expand a little bit.
Yeah. Perfect stuff,
And there you have it. My salty, sage-inspired stuffing. And the keyword, if you'd like this ingredients list, is bakers to 33728. Good job, man.
There we go. Good job to you, man.
I would actually just put it in like that. Boom. Nice.